Darktide Extraction is the latest expansion for Cubicle 7's Wrath and Glory 2nd edition. And in this video, I'm going to take you through the PDF copy that I bought on Friday. So let's say this is the latest. It is available for pre-order on their website, which I'll show you in a second where you can pre-order it and give you details of what's in the book. And then we'll look at the book itself, go through the PDF page by page. I won't be doing though is spoiling the adventure. I'll give you an idea of the outline, but there are some, well, let's say there's some things I wouldn't want to spoil, so you can discover in your own time if you decide to buy the book. If you want to be able to read the book, you will be able to sort of go through. I'm not going to go through it at a really slow pace, but we will go through all the pages. So before we get into the book and Cubicle 7's website, my name's Adrian from Dungeons and Dyslexia. This is my channel based on role-playing news reviews. I look at crowdfunding projects as well. And I also do have my Discord. So if you want to find me over on Discord, you can use the channel in the channel description. I will have the link to Discord there. So first off, let's go and look at Cubicle 7's website to see where you can pre-order it. Currently, it is not available, so it's only available for pre-order, and it is shipping round about Q3 2025. So you can currently buy, well, pre-order the physical copy or the PDF copy. So I went for the physical copy. They also do instantly then send you a link to download the physical copy, which is what, the PDF copy, which is what I'm going through today. Retail is $27.99. Sadly, I'm not famous enough, so yes, I've had to pay for my copy. Just a few images here. So this is the front copy of the book. We don't get on the back copy of the book. It is kind of annoying that PDF that the Cubicle 7 sends you, they don't have the back page. So to get an idea of what's on the back page, we'll just go through the description here. So listen up, rejects. Grendel needs you to go down to Snake Stack and retrieve the airflow congregator. But something nasty is brewing down there, so watch your backs. So you're going to explore the setting for the Darktide. So this is the same setting as the computer game. And the Grand Inquisitor is going to dispatch you to Snake Stack, which is a lost region on the Hive Tertarium, to retrieve a lost architectural congregator. The ventilation systems of the Snake Stack breathe life into Tertarium, but the depths of the hive are packed with traitor forces of the Mobian Six, a cultist that is pledged to the god Nurgle. So you can expect, doesn't say this, so you're going to expect some stench and decay down there. It's a 112-page book. It contains 5 parts of the adventure, down to descending aboard the lost cargo elevator E07, down into the darkness, the guide to people and the places of the slung. You've got a guide to the hive itself and its history, and then you've got some reward for some gears and some status there too. There is also a link here to the PDF, and the PDF copy is, so you, oh, it actually gives you an example. I thought it was going to take me to the selling point part of their website. So that's where you can get it. I will put this link in the video description. So what you're actually here for is the PDF copy. So let's get in and have a look at the PDF copy of the book. So you've got the front artwork with a lot of fun and chaos going on. So here we go, Darktide Extraction. So it says 114 pages, 112-page books, just because of the way the PDF works. So just a few credits here, design and development, and the writers here, Callum Collin, Mike Duxbury, Chris Edwards, Chris Handy, Kieran O'Brien, and Sven Truckenbroad. And it is published by Cubicle 7 under the Warhammer official licensing. Book itself, I said 114 pages, and it is broken down into 7 chapters here. First chapter is the introduction, which will give you a bit of a background into the world hive encounters, which are a load of random tables and some random rewards. And then you've got the adventure itself here, which is divided. So it's divided into 5 parts. We've got the Snake Stack, the crash site, backup, biohazard, and escape. The first 3 are broken up into 4 different chapters. And well, 4 parts, we should say. And then the last 2 aren't, okay? But we'll just go through this. So here's your main part of the adventure. So we'll just go. So welcome to Extraction, the new all-in adventure for Wrath and Glory set in the world of the epic Warhammer 40,000 Darktide video games. So players will explore the unique area of Terrarium, the snake stack, the vast ventilation shafts, feeding unbreathable air into the rest of the hive. The foul cultists of Nurgle have taken the hold, and the agents must cut through the forces of the Mobian Sixth to secure the valuable archaeotech before it can be pumped, before they can pump corruption into every hab of the hive. The adventure is designed for a team of 4 tier 2 agents, so don't be taking any higher or lower than that, unless you're an experienced game master that really is very good at adjusting power levels. So let's look then through the introductions. Most of the introduction is just discovering here and just explaining the planet itself, and then some of the key locations that you're going to be taking the players to. It's got some good artwork in here, so it just gives you an idea of really what's going on within the hive itself and the planet. You're going to want to pay attention as the game master here to the snake stack. If you're a player, I'm assuming you're not watching this, but if you are, turn it off once we get to here. So yeah, if you want your games master to run this, I kind of stop the video once we get to here, okay? And then just go and tell your games master, send him the link to this video and say, I really want to play Darktide Extraction. Please go and watch Dungeons and Dyslexia, and he'll just take you through what's included. Again, this is a spoiler-free, but as the player, I think if you're watching some of the stuff we're going to discuss, I'm not intended to spoil it, but some of it could be spoiled as we go through. Hive encounters. This deals with a load of random encounters. So the adventure is quite linear in design. And what it does is allow the players, if you want to have more depth, expand on the adventure, or take the players down and do something different, then we've got, so I'll just go through. So we've got the Warrens as an area, Hab Settlement, Industrial Works, Gang Turf, Militarium Depot, Quarantine Zone, Profound Ground, and each of these will have profaned ground, I should say. So let's look at the Quarantine Zone. So it'll have a little bit of explanation of what the Quarantine Zone is, and then you will roll 2d6 and it will give you a random encounter or random hazard for the players, and if they overcome it, it will then give you a random quarantine bounty zone. So random things to go wrong on the left hand side, good rewards for the players on the right hand side. Say there's sort of 6 different areas, and then once we get into the main adventure itself, it will give you a little bit of background and then a breakdown of the adventure. Say the first 3 adventure chapters, so 3, 4 and 5 of the book, they're all 4-parters. And so you're going to play this over a period of nights, and within the chapters, so I have the brief history of what's going on, and then some of the encounters that are there, along with normally some artwork for the people that they're going to interact with. And just there's the sidebar bits are quite interesting. Again, I'm trying not to sort of show too much without showing it all off at the same time, and also I don't want to really go through or point out the titles of each of the chapter, because there is a little bit of a giveaway of what's going on. But once you get to the end of each chapter, you will have here consequences of action. So depending on what the players did and how they dealt with the adventure, it will determine how the end goes on and how you get into the next chapter. Also detailing then the XP for, and Cubicle 7 is really good at this, and because Warhammer Fantasy does this, so the more you get experience just for completing the adventure, or the chapter, shall we say, and the more things that you do, the more success you have, will determine just how much additional XP that they get. So it does encourage players to go and actually spend a bit more time investigating. And oh, Demon Host, here you go. See, this is some of the cool artwork and some of the creatures they're going to interact with. And then we're into backup. So this is the last one with the 4-part of the adventures down here. Trying to ignore the actual titles and what's going on. And then we are into Biohazard, which is a great, no, I'm not going to say it. But this was the chapter. Okay, I'll just go through. This is the chapter I enjoyed the most because it does have an element. So you've got optional and mandatory parts to this adventure, or this part of the adventure. Again, depending on what the players have done. But everything that's gone on beforehand, as you get to this chapter, will determine how biohazard is dealt with. It's very clever the way it all sort of comes together. I'll do a full-on spoiler video of this at some stage, and then you've just got the last chapter, and then we are then into sort of debriefing, and then you've got sort of the on the run home duty calls, final bits of XP, and then a very, very good index, and then a little bit of advertising for 3 books that I have currently on order. So these PDFs are with me now. So Vow of Absolution, the Eldari expansion, and Threat Assessment, Demons and Heretics. So I will be going through these in the upcoming weeks, because as you might have guessed by this channel, I do like me some Cubicle 7 and practically everything they do, other than Soulbound, just because I'm not allowed to buy a lot of Soulbound because I don't run it. So Paul, one of my friends and group members, runs Soulbound, so he deals with all the Soulbound stuff. So I just get to buy everything else. So that is the look through it. So it is an adventure. I think it's probably, from a time frame point of view, if you're, let's say you're doing a standard sort of 3 to 4 hour session, I think you'd probably get this through in a couple of months. It's not short by any means, but it's also, it's not one of those adventures that's going to take you, a year of your life. So I think a couple of months, probably 10 to 20 hours, depending on players and depending on how much. It depends whether they want to, if you've got those players that just want to get to the end, or because you've got all the random stuff and they want to get every side encounter, you can actually build that in to actually really flesh this out to make it an awful lot longer. I like it. I really do like this. I'm a big fan of pre-made adventures and a huge fan of Cubicle 7. I think this is a really, really good book, and I'm glad that I bought it. So if you want to get it now, you can get hold of a PDF copy. If you want physical copies of the books, you are waiting till Q3 of this year. So if you've enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you on the next video. Thank you for watching.